Lucky you, listeners. You get to listen to a classic episode of the podcast when it was called The Two Dicks. And then it was the Talking Dicks, and now it's the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. This is from the vault. Enjoy. Do not forget to rate and review us. Thanks for your support.
Prepare to verify Destruct Sequence Code 1.
Talking Dicks, spin-off to the web series The Two Dicks. Al Ducharme, Studio City, California. Al Romas in Tampa, Florida. What's going on, Al?
A lot of energy on that one. You threw me with the energy coming out.
We're having some technical issues, and I want to get through it before everything dies again. We just recorded about 5 minutes, and it went kaput. But
it was genius too. It
was probably our best podcast yet.
And it can't be recaptured. That's
duplicated, cannot be duplicated. What's going on here? I'm
on the move, sir. I'm on the move. I'm seeking new environs, and I'm packing up. I'm hitting the road. I'm a victim of COVID-19. I have no income. So I'm not going to be able to stay here in my luxury apartment. I'm going to move on and go live under the bridge.
Question, are you wearing bronzer, or is it because you don't have your lighting? You packed your lighting?
I didn't pack it. It's the same lighting we always use.
It's very amber. It's very bronzy.
I don't know. I've been out in the sun a lot.
Well, you look good. You look good.
Well, I'm tan, sir. I'm goddamn tan.
He looks healthy.
Yeah, I'm going to be healthier living under the bridge with my new buddies. I've got some shirts for the boys to pass out under the bridge, and I got a mug to urinate in, and I think I'll be set for a few weeks. And then I'll go above to the top of the bridge and do the triple Lindy into the Gulf and be done with the whole goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would say that you should hold off on making the lip or the leap, and
making the lip.
Yeah. I think you're doing character work for our next episode of The Two Dicks, and I think we should shoot an episode of my character, saving you from making the leap off of the bridge.
Oh, yeah. That's not a bad idea, actually. Not a bad idea there, Alfred.
Based in truth.
Oh, boy, and I don't know if we can, I would love to do that. I don't know how we would shoot it, because the fuzz would be all over us setting up a camera on the top of the Skyway Bridge. And, that might be a tough shoot, but...
well, if they think you're one of the homeless people, they may take their time.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see.
I'm
up for it.
Yep. In Los Angeles County, Governor Newsom just signed a couple of things into... I don't know what he signed. He signed a paper saying that they're going to remove all the people that are living under the bridges during the pandemic. Well, they're going to give them homes, I should say.
Send them out into the
They're going to give them shelter. Now, there is shelter, but a lot of them will not stay because they're mentally ill, which is a big problem here as well. But I feel bad for them, but at the same time, something has to be done. He also signed into law or a proposal that no combustion engine automobiles are to be sold in the state of California by 2035.
Does he?
He really wants to succeed from the rest of the country. That we're just going to maybe sliding into the ocean after the big one is a good thing.
Right. Does he show off?
We'll be like Madagascar.
Does he show off the bills like Trump does after he signs it? Look at me. I wrote my name on a piece of paper. Look at that, everybody. Does he do that?
Newsom, no, he gets in front of the podium.
No, of course, nobody does.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're being sarcastic. You're being sarcastic.
Nobody
I'm sorry.
Does.
I got to check my temperature.
Nobody's ever done it. No one does that. It's weird. Nobody shows. Look at my
you
name.
You do that. You do that all the time.
I wrote my name on paper. Look at me. I wrote my name on paper.
He does it with our questions for the show.
Speaking of which, let's go, buddy.
Questions.
All right, we got 2 envelopes, which means 2 questions. I don't think we have time for 2 because these are fairly involved. So I will let you pick, sir, the right hand or the left hand. The right hand, try to pay attention. The right hand or the left hand for the question that you would like to answer today, and we'll save another one for Monday.
Let's
So
lean left.
lean left. Very good, sir. This question comes from our buddy, our pal, Brian Freites.
Ah, Brian Freites.
Yes, Brian Freites.
Plethora of information up in that noggin of his.
Yeah, he had the name of the Harry Morgan character.
Oh, General Steele.
General Steele.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Okay, Brian Freites. He writes, "You're booking the all-time, the ultimate, the Everest of live stand-up comedy, based not only upon raw talent, but also upon how the material, rhythm, and stage persona presence of each performer would mesh with and build upon one another. Who opens, who middles, who headlines?"
Wow. That's like a whole episode. That's like a whole episode.
Well, that's what I said. We don't have time for the other question because that's a motherfucker of a question.
Well, there's
right there.
famous people, and then there's people that are well known in comedy, and then there's the people that are not a name anywhere that we have favorites of. We have. I would consider this gentleman right here as my headliner under certain circumstances.
No.
What I'm saying is,
nice of you to. But I think for this circumstance, let's go. I didn't give it any thought because I didn't think it was fair for me to think about, so I just wrote it down. But let's go. I would say let's go famous because people who watch this generally will not know the people we enjoy. Like I might put whoever, Jimmy Pardo on that show somewhere. A lot of people don't know who he is. So
Don Gavin? Don Gavin, one of my favorites.
Don Gavin, of course. Yes, I mean you could pluck the great headliners from every state and make these incredible. I always thought that's why I wanted to own a comedy club. I would bring in these people, and then you make them favorites. You bring them back again in 6 months. You bring them back again, and then people want to see them, and then you can jack the ticket price up because now you got a draw. That's the way it works.
Non-famous for the middle act, I would definitely go with Kevin Flynn. He's a good middle.
I don't even. I barely.
I'm going to tag him in this so that he watches it because I had a bash.
I see more of an opener there. I don't even know who the guy is. I don't know who the guy is, to be honest.
He's one of the comics that walks into the green room and says, "You're a solid middle."
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So let's just go famous. You know, you're going for the best kind of all time.
Okay.
A show opener.
Still not easy.
Headliner. Opener. I would do, because this has worked in the past, I would go with someone for the open the show, because I always think that's the hardest spot, and the MC, and we're talking about a comedy club set up here. I would go someone like a Steve Martin. Come out, be fucking wild and crazy, get the crowd going. And instead of the MC who's slow and methodical, because I've watched, as you have, thousands of shows where the MC's dying and the crowd is going down, 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 bored out of their tits. And this way you bring out Steve Martin, white suit, arrow through the head, banjo, fucking crowd's on fire for the first 20 minutes. What do you think of that?
I like it because I was going to say I would stay away from the Robin Williams as the opener because he'll consume the show, whereas Steve Martin is a little bit more methodical about it. Even though he's doing outlandish stuff, it's well thought out. It's scripted, whereas you don't know what's going to happen with Robin Williams, but he'll have that energy, but you won't be able to follow the energy. So
and the comedy, other than like Boston. These comedy clubs have always made the mistake of starting with the worst or the slowest or the dullest act. And the show goes down. You got to come out. So I love, arrow through the head, Steve Martin, wild and crazy, first half hour, crowd's going nuts. All right. Brings up the middle act.
I'm with you on that. I'm in agreement with you.
All right. Very good. Brings up the middle act, sir. I'll let you start. I'm going to think about it a little here.
Okay.
And solid.
Now you get the wild stuff. Let's juxtapose that with one of my favorites. Again, this There's like 40 people, men and women, that could fit this. Stuck the women thing in there. I got to go with Larry Miller.
Not funny. Not funny.
Jerry Lewis.
Women are not funny.
Jerry Lewis said that, not him.
Larry
Miller.
I want comments. I don't care how they come. Just fucking comment.
Controversial. Larry Miller. I would put Larry Miller in there. Larry Miller. Because he's a storyteller. I would want him to do his particular 7 stages of drunk. Is that the name of the bit?
7 stages of drinking.
7 stages of drinking bit.
Great bit.
Right smack in the middle. That's what I would go with.
All right.
Now here I am. I go. Yes, I go with your choice of Steve Martin. I mentioned Larry Miller. He's like, Larry Miller. Larry Miller. Larry Miller.
Well, I don't think
no women. Larry Miller.
Sir. Larry Miller is going to die. He's going to suck a bag of balls following Steve Martin. He's going to die. Just fucking eat dick following Steve Martin. That's not even. You know who I'm thinking of? Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac walks on. I ain't afraid of you motherfuckers, and annihilates. If you haven't seen that clip, anyone, go to YouTube. Bernie Mac. I ain't afraid of you.
But you're matching up energy wise. I'm just
following. He's gonna follow him. We're going for the greatest show ever, the Mount Everest of comedy.
Steve Martin, Bernie Mac.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Wow,
that's tremendous. Bernie Mac blowing the roof off.
All right, so who's your closer on that?
Got to go the best. Got to go Richard Pryor. Sunset Strip Richard Pryor. Holy fucking yeah!
Wow.
Who else then? Yeah.
Wow.
I go Steve Martin, Bernie Mac, Richard Pryor, 90-minute show. You know, and then go kill yourself because you never seen anything better than that. Who do you have? You have Steve Martin.
I was in agreement with you with Steve Martin.
Larry Miller.
I didn't know Larry Miller.
Larry Miller.
Larry Miller.
Larry Miller couldn't middle the funny bone in fucking Omaha. Holy.
Larry Miller.
He's funny. He's funny. Larry Miller's funny at Comedy and Magic Club for 7 minutes. You know what I mean? He's not following anybody. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, sir. Come on.
The 7 stages of drinking, standalone bit.
Very nice.
Murder.
It's a nice bit.
Murders.
You're gonna follow Steve Martin,
and then I'd close it out with you mean rah? I mean Pryor definitely could fly on that one. I'm gonna close it out with Pryor. Pryor, HBO peak. There it is. There's your answer. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to wrap it up for today's episode of the Talking Dicks.
That Miller part was awful. I got to be honest. That was an awful pick. Really. Larry Miller.
I'm a wild and crazy guy. You're out.
Subscribe.
Mary.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money.
Good luck in prison.
Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The2Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Talking Dicks Comedy Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
What?
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe.
Mary.
Go to patreon.com/The2Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.